Welcome to the Cast and Chill podcast, the only podcast where Dean forgets... No, hold on, let me try that again. Welcome to the Cast and Chill podcast, the only podcast where Dean loses his audio literally minutes after we record a podcast, thus resulting in us not having one for 2 weeks. I'm your host, Dean.
And I'm Sam, and in my defense, it was not a couple minutes, it was at least an hour and a half.
Yeah, but you just let it sit there. When you
I did just let it sit there, because I did all the effects that I usually, not effects, but all the editing that I do to make it sound a little bit better. And then I was like, well, I'll just let that go, and then I'll come back and export it when it's all done. And I left, and then I came back an hour later, and my computer had gone into sleep mode. And then when I logged back in, everything that was open had closed, and so we lost a whole podcast. To be fair, though, it was a very short one. It was 40 minutes, I think. It was definitely the shortest one that we had, and I didn't even talk about everything that I wanted to talk about, and plus I don't even think that we really talked about anything, actually, now that I think back at it. What did we talk about?
Not much. It was pretty short, because I had to go, toward the end.
Oh, by the way, in all seriousness, I'm Dean.
Yeah, and I'm Sam. We're here recording a podcast.
Yeah, we haven't done one the whole month.
Yep.
Wait, hold up. When was the last? I'm gonna actually check when the last one was.
3 weeks ago, I think, at this point.
Yeah. No way. The last one was still the Area 51 one. Oh my god.
Yep. So that happened, and it was a disappointment.
September 21. Yeah. So the last podcast was while it was going on, and I guess we shouldn't get too into it because we kind of already talked about it. Yeah. Not that
the
is ever going to go up.
It was just as disappointing as you think.
One good meme came out of it.
I don't think a single good meme came out of it.
The boy the guy that was running behind the camera guy. Mm-hmm. And then apparently one person did actually go through the gate.
Yep. Apparently.
Anyways, that's
real.
That's month-old news at this point, literally. Mm-hmm. Actually, as of the uploading of this, exactly a month. So.
All right. So if we want to talk about,
hashtag my unpopular gaming opinion, which is trending right now. Sam, go for it.
Oh God. Okay, my unpopular gaming opinion.
I liked Fortnite Season 1 better than...
No, visual novels are not games. It's a boring experience, and I think that it promotes I don't think that they should exist.
Okay,
I think visual novels are boring. I mean, I don't know if that's a hot gamer take, but I know a lot of people like them.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I think that it's one thing to think that visual novels are not games, but I don't necessarily think that they shouldn't exist. I've never actually played one myself, but if people like them, then, why not?
Yeah, maybe that was a bit harsh. I'm going to stand by I don't think that they're real video games.
Yeah, that is a little...
If people enjoy them, then, I'll let them rock.
Or probably, interactive... The thing is, usually visual novels aren't just visual novels. I feel like usually you have a visual novel aspect to a game, but there will be more to it, if that makes any sense. Like with Danganronpa, for example, you have, the class trials.
Because you're doing stuff.
I know. Like Persona, it's half visual novel, half... Or dungeon crawler RPG, or what else?
But I'm talking about those pure crappy
I know which ones you're talking about. You're talking about the freaking KFC dating sim.
Okay, but that's funny though. That's but yeah, no,
How did we go through 4 trending topics in a minute? By the way, can we just talk about that? Was pretty smooth, bro. That was nice. I don't.
Now that you've drawn attention to it, it'll never happen.
Ah, damn. All right. Well, yeah, that was that. That's pretty much what's been going on.
PewDiePie's banned in China.
Wait, what?
PewDiePie is banned in China. If you search him up, you won't find anything because he made some comment about
speaking of China
president looking like Winnie the Pooh, which means we're about to get this podcast banned in China.
I don't think that they
care.
Fuck
you, guy.
Yeah, the whole thing happened with Blizzard.
You do look like Winnie the Pooh.
The whole thing happened with
in the thumbnail. Can the
sure,
in the thumbnail be him and Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, no. We'll see. I guess.
Because if we do get banned in China, we'll have something to talk about.
And that's true, but I doubt that they'll ban us specifically.
There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Dude, imagine that we make it on articles the Cast and Chill podcast banned across all of China.
Bro, that'd be the greatest.
That'd be cool, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Watch next podcast, we come back. No, but anyways, yeah, apparently a whole thing happened with China, Hong Kong, and Blizzard, and also I think the NBA.
We make jokes, but it's a pretty serious thing that's happening over there now.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about the politics of it, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But
from what I understand, and we're not gonna talk politics, just straight facts. From what I understand, Hong Kong's government is sort of independent of China, and China wants to assimilate them.
That's because they used to belong to England for like 100 years.
Right.
And there's also, what was the other? Macau, which used to belong to Portugal, which is like the gambling capital of China. I believe that's correct. But anyways, yeah, they've been kind of like pseudo self-governing for however long they've been like technically a part of China. And now they want to separate. And basically, anytime that any company that works with China or has a big Chinese audience says anything like even slightly hinting, or not even the company, but anyone representing the company says anything like related to that, basically China will threaten to cut ties with them, which is pretty scary. Now, granted, the company could just like go all in and not really care, but China is a big audience, obviously, for a lot of these companies. So it's kind of fun. But
yeah.
Briefly mentioned it. Fortnite kind of ended and then not.
Yep.
I don't care.
I wish it did end, because then Ninja wouldn't have any content to make, and he could stop being the pseudo garbage person that he is. He's not a good person. He's kind of a scumbag.
Why? What'd he do? I mean, I don't keep up with him. If you look
at his older stuff, he acted like a complete toolbag. After the stream with Drake, he was like, yeah, Drake was just using me to capitalize on a market. Like, fuck you! Nobody knew who you were before Drake. No. Maybe that's not true. I guess he must have been pretty popular to get to that point, but I mean, I feel like a lot of people had not heard of him before that. People that I know, anyway.
To be honest, I hadn't heard of Ninja up until he was on the H3 podcast, so there goes that. But yeah, I thought it was kind of weird. I saw it on Twitter. People were like, "Oh, it's over," and I'm like, "It's probably just another stunt."
It's definitely a marketing ploy. If anyone who genuinely,
but they've come back. They're back now, though, right? Or
yeah,
okay.
Yep. And the game is still in early access.
Oh my god. Well, the mode or the game in general.
Yeah, the game.
Okay. I've played Fortnite a total of 2 times. Both times I downloaded it to play it and then deleted it immediately after. One time was to play with my friend Nick, and one time was to play with you. And this was before Fortnite was absolute cancer. Even back then, I was uber hesitant. I think you might remember this time. I was like, I don't want to play that. And like, this was before like it had become such a phenomenon. And even back then, I kind of knew. I was like, eh. And yeah, those remain the only 2 times I've ever played it. But now it will forever be in my PlayStation library because of those 2 times.
Good.
So yeah. Anything else like news related that's happened that we should cover on before we?
I'm trying to think if there's anything like news related.
I guess I never gave my unpopular gaming opinion. But I can't really think of anything. I guess Sakurai, Masahiro Sakurai is a lazy developer. Oof. Take that.
I'm not touching that.
Nah, go for it, Sam.
I guess Pete Davidson and his girlfriend or whatever broke up, even though she looks like she could be his sister.
I don't know who that is.
Look up Pete Davidson and then look up Margaret Qualley, spelled Qualley, and tell me they don't look like they could be brother and sister.
Qualley. I misspelled both her first name and last name. Okay. Oh my god.
Right? Oh. God.
Yeah. Are they, like actors, singers, or like what are they?
Pete, I know he's on SNL. I don't know what the hell she does.
Ah, okay. She's famous because she dated the guy that was in SNL. No, I'm sure she does her own stuff.
Yeah, she probably does something.
Anyways, yeah, that's been that.
It's not really news, but I released the Stream Pie, which is.
Oh yeah, I saw that you tweeted about I saw before you uploaded the video that you were tweeting about it, and it said tweeted from the Stream Pie.
Yep.
So you want to like talk about that? I guess just give people like a small little thing on what it is.
When I was initially wanting to improve my streaming setup, I didn't want to shell out the money to buy a Stream Deck. I know it's robust, I know it's great, but I was determined to find a free alternative because and I still feel this way. Elgato overcharges for their stuff. I will think that until the day that I die. Eventually, I bit the bullet because to help. Actually, I bought it to help develop the Stream Pie. And actually now because of that, we have one feature that the Stream Deck doesn't. But before I get there, all I could find as alternatives were fancy macro keyboards, and I was like, there has to be a better way to do this. And then I was like, I'll make one. But then I was like, I don't know how I can make one, because I would need to make something that could communicate with a computer and then run on another computer or run on a phone. And then when I was trying to do development on a Raspberry Pi, I got stuck, and I was Googling for 2 days, and I couldn't find anything. Then I came across this one random-ass YouTube video that explained how to fix the problem. This like, Indian kid. I'm like, thank you, you saved me, I'm gonna be able to present this in my class. He's like, I'm happy to help, do you have any ideas of tutorials I should make? I was like, I don't know, maybe like how to turn this into like a easier install. And then, we got in touch on Discord, started talking, and I said, hey, have you heard of the Stream Deck? And he's like, oh, no. And then I showed him what it is, and I said it would be cool if we could make one, or make something that would be free. And here we are, 5-6 months later, and we have released a robust alternative to the Elgato Stream Deck. That is not just a fancy macro keyboard. It integrates with software. It uses, it runs on 2 separate machines, and we're still actively working on it. You can check it out at streampi.com. That is STREAM, and then like a hyphen, and then PI.com.
And if you want to know more about it, you do have the video up on your channel.
Yep, and you can also check out the most recent video on my YouTube channel, where I go over it a little bit more in depth. But basically, yeah, it's a free alternative to the Stream Deck. Right now, in order to make it super accessible, we're working on the iOS version. The problem is we don't have a Mac is super annoying about how to write code, and because little mini lesson, every file on a computer has an end of line file type. Windows is, I think, CL or EF. Windows is both of those. Linux is one of them, and then Mac is another one. So if you edit a text file on a Mac and then try to open it on Windows, it might not work because of that end of line conversion thing. And that's the problem we're running into, is writing code and scripts on Mac. We don't have the proper tools to make the at least that's what I understand. And also developing on Mac, we need like a completely unique code base.
Fun.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
And actually, speaking of code, I did stream some development last night. It was
that's
nice.
what that was?
I also bought.
I saw that you were streaming, but I didn't see what it was.
You should have come, man. I'm gonna try and do it again tonight.
I didn't get home until like 9.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, because we were gonna record last night, and then I ended up getting home like super late.
I think we need to schedule a day and time to record so that I don't end up asking you like a day before, hey, can you record tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, we used to do it on Thursdays.
But
Thursdays.
I think we should try. Or go ahead.
Yeah, it's because Thursdays I have a class that's like 5 to 7:30, which is 8:30 your time, which means that I would get home at 9 your time, which is pretty late. But
I mean, usually I come home and eat dinner, so I'm usually not available until like
But actually, starting this week, actually, I'll be free all Fridays, like the whole day. So we could do
every
it then.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, then we should. Yeah, then we can record Friday right after I got to work.
I lied.
Oh.
Damn it. Okay, we'll figure something out. We don't have to talk about this on the podcast.
We'll figure something
I'll tell
out.
you what's been going on actually when I get into like some stuff, because I actually did. I know, right? It only took us, how many episodes are we in? Like 7 or something. I actually started writing down stuff to talk about. So I have
right.
Yeah.
No, but there was more to that tangent I was going on.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So,
go ahead.
I was writing code, and I've been watching this YouTuber for I think 10 years now. His name is Heydun. He does mostly Pokemon content. And I've been watching his streams, and I've sort of like I'm like a regular there, so like I know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm friendly with him, but like I'm a regular.
So when's the collab?
Well, no, actually, I'm getting there.
Oh.
So his girlfriend also is at the streams. She streams very, very, like rarely, and but sometimes she comes to my streams, and she was there last night, and I was like, "Yo, you and Hayden should come on the podcast together."
What?
And I mean, she didn't actually answer the question, but I was like, "No, I'm serious. You should. It would be fun. We've never had 2 guests at once, and I think it'd be an interesting,
To be clear, we've only had like 3 guests total. Like, yeah.
Because I think it'd be interesting because 1, he's got some notoriety. 2, I've been a fan of his for 10 years, and 3, I think him and having a couple on would be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah. To contrast the couple of you and me, right?
Right.
Of course.
Obviously, yeah. I mean, I was gonna. Yeah, we're gonna ask them for wedding tips.
Wedding planning advice. Yeah.
You know,
we're not gonna reveal the location.
The straights have the best wedding advice.
Of course.
Obviously.
Yes.
Also, I don't think that there's no talks of them getting married. I just brought that up to be funny.
Oh,
I don't want
okay.
to start something.
But
I shouldn't have mentioned that at all. It's whatever. But no, yeah, I brought that up, and I might bring it up again. But no, yeah, it was super chill last night. It was a lot of fun. Like I didn't really care that there weren't a lot of people there because I was just having fun, and I think that was good.
Yeah, I think that I usually do that. Like when I'm gonna stream something that I know less people are gonna show up to, I usually try to get someone like a friend, like I'll get Angie or Rem to be there with me, just because like 9 times out of 10.
I was.
Well, no, I know you were, but like at least you were doing something that was like fun, is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Because if you're like.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I've been talking a lot. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's pretty much all that I was gonna say. Like, it usually like for example, I streamed all the Kingdom Hearts games in lead up to when Kingdom Hearts 3 was gonna release, and of all those playthroughs, despite the fact that all the other games were way more interesting and that all the other ones were way more fun and had like all these different moments, I still think that probably the most fun playthrough was Chain of Memories, just because it was just Rem and I just messing around and making fun of the game like the entire time. So
I think. No, I mean, yeah, and it's those streams you remember, like the one where we were up until like 5 a.m.
Oh my
my
God,
time.
that stream is forever gonna live in infamy in my head, and it's a shame that it's gone, but
we'll never forget it. Never forget it.
Maybe we'll tell that story.
Oh God,
we might tell that story someday.
For hours,
hours straight. Like
we wouldn't. I'm not even exaggerating. I think from like the hours of like 1 to 5 a.m. we just wouldn't stop laughing.
My cheeks hurt so much, like 2 days afterwards. And
I remember I woke up the next morning like, my fucking mouth hurts.
I think that's the hardest that I've ever laughed like in my life was that night. But basically, like we might tell this story someday. Like what should we call it? The story of Johnny. Leave it at that.
The Johnny Chronicles.
The Johnny. Oh man, the Johnnicles. Yes.
No, I really quickly want to say it's hard to code when you're in a call with somebody.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I guess last night it wouldn't have been, but like I think if I'm like hyper focused, it might be a little bit hard. I don't know.
Okay, so your oldest stream archive is from 5 years ago. I don't know how long ago this. No, I must have. No. Honestly, it was longer than 5 years ago. I know that for a fact. No, it was because my channel turned. It had to be. My channel turned 5 years old in August, and this was before I started my channel. So, yeah, damn. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
At least
I really do wish I had the foresight to save it.
Mm-hmm. I think you did upload it to your channel like one time, but then you ended up like deleting it. Wait, you exported it, but back when Twitch used to do that like in chunks, remember? They would have like stream part 1 and then part
like
2.
8 or 9 chunks.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous, yeah. But yeah. Oh my God, here's a Corporal Saturn highlight, because I'm on your channel right now. Corporal Saturn highlight of playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah, that's a funny highlight. That's a
Warp Speed Go-Kart. Oh, I remember that. But anyways.
It's a funny video.
Yes. So other than that, what else have you been up to? Just still working?
Just working. Have I talked about my job technically yet?
I think you.
I mean,
I don't know. I think you talked about it on the last one, but obviously the lost episode. Yeah. What? It would be episode 8.5.
No, that was episode 9. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I guess 8.5 because it's gone forever.
This will be episode. Or should we just call this one 10?
No, that's gonna be so confusing. Absolutely not.
Watch, I find the files like buried somewhere in the computer.
I swear to Christ.
And then we'll release it and call it like episode 8.5. But by then we'll be in like episode like 90 or something.
That has happened. I think there was a YouTuber I used to watch where he found a video buried so deep on his hard drive that was labeled "Delete this idiot." He couldn't remember why he labeled all that, so he uploaded it.
Oh wow!
And it was just this boring, mostly cobbled together like video.
But it's always weird to see new old stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that happened to me. So I know that not everyone's gonna be able to relate to this, but I started my channel covering Final Fantasy 15, which it used to be called Final Fantasy Versus 13, which is a game that was shrouded in mystery. They would only show it like once every 2 years, and there was a whole like story to it and all this stuff. But basically, like years later, after the game had already come out, and whatever. I was looking through a bunch of old videos for like I think a video that I was working on, and I ran into like a 30-second clip from a trailer that they showed at like a super obscure convention that I had never seen before, but it was like old footage from like 2009, 2008 or something. And so it was weird to see new old footage. And I'm assuming, yeah, it's the same with like videos and stuff like that. But in other news, did you see what happened with the Disney Plus Twitter?
No, what happened?
Oh, you didn't see that?
Twitter. No.
Damn. Okay, so basically like a few days ago, Disney just decided that on the Disney Plus Twitter, they were going to individually tweet out every single movie that they're going to have on the service one by one in chronological order in a thread. So they started with Snow White, and then they replied to that one with whatever the second movie was, and they did it the whole day, morning to night. They were doing that.
Was this intentional?
No, yeah, obviously they did it intentional because they wanted people to retweet like specific ones, like the popular ones, but it was that type of like strategy of just like bam, 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 like just one after another. Even if they're not all like great or not all well known, you know, a few of them are going to stick out and you're just going to be like overwhelmed. It's like, holy shit, this is a lot. And they would just put like everything, you know, from like classic Disney movies to like obviously all the Marvel movies, Star Wars, like The Simpsons, like everything that they own, like all that stuff. They were just like throwing it in there one after another, bam, 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 like all day long. And so,
damn.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Hot damn.
Because that comes out like next month or something.
I don't know. I think so, maybe, probably. I'm not sure.
That's all the Disney I want to talk about in this podcast. I don't. Yeah, November 12th, less than a month.
I guess. Oh yeah, wow, yeah, less than a month. Let's see. I mean, for my job, I just do Microsoft tech support for like businesses. So like, and I think I mentioned this. Let's say Dean had an Office license and he got in contact with Office support. I don't think he would get me.
Oh, I was gonna say, bro, wouldn't that be so funny?
But like, if your college did,
huh?
Like if your college has an Office 365 package and like your sysadmin called Microsoft, they might talk to me.
Oh, I'll hit him up and I'll be like, can I be there?
I've jokingly said that my job is doing tech support for boomers.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it makes it sound bad. It's actually a pretty decent gig. You know, obviously, you know, like with any job, you get any customer service related job, you get those customers that make you roll your eyes, but those are few and far between. Far and few in between.
Few and far. Why did the word Zoomer start to become a thing?
I don't know.
I hate that. It's so dumb.
I think it's stupid, and that's the all.
No, but I think that's like permanently the name now. No, it's like a thing now. Like that's just gonna be the name of the general. Is that us? Do we fall under that?
No, we are.
I think we do, Sam.
I don't think so. Fuck.
Because it's boomers, millennials, and zoomers.
No, I think we're millennials. I don't think we're millennials. I think we're the one that comes right before that.
Before millennial. You mean after?
No, yeah, we're Generation Z.
Yeah, Z is Zoomer. That's where it comes from, Sam.
Oh. Oh God, we are Zoomers. I hate you.
They literally just took Boomer and replaced it with the Z, like you would say. But yeah, there you go. But other than that, I guess, yeah, you just been working. That's pretty much it. Nothing else to talk about. I applied for my first, I guess, quote, real job.
Hey, nice.
Because I've just been, I started making like enough money to not need, how would I say this? I started making as much money as a high schooler needs when I was in high school off of YouTube. And then I was like, why keep going? But,
yep. And that's why, I mean, I'm going to try and find a job in media, but I think at this point, YouTube's just going to be a hobby, you know, where
I'm kind of the same. I mean, no, I'm not making anything off YouTube anymore. And that's because
I stopped caring about that, honestly. I mean, donations, sure, they're great if and when I get them, but I don't know. Like, I just would rather do it for fun, because as soon as I started thinking about money, that's when I biggest when I made Pixelmon videos just to make them, you know.
Well, the biggest thing for me is just that, like, I know that, like, if you start working, you're gonna have even less time for YouTube, which is only gonna perpetuate the problem even more.
Yep. Yeah, that's already a problem for me.
Yeah, but the type of videos that I want to be making take a long time to make anyways, and because they take a long time, they're going to get less views anyways. And throughout the whole year, I guess this is technically the first that I'm talking about it because I haven't said it on my channel or on my Discord or anything yet, but I don't think that there's a lot of overlap between my channel and the Cast and Chill, but maybe there is. But yeah, like, throughout the whole year, I've tried going back and forth between a bunch of different styles, and it basically always comes back to the same thing. Me doing the big videos in the background and something else in the meantime. And that something else has changed like 4 times throughout the course of 2019 just because I'm trying to find something that works. But I think that ultimately I just know that I don't really want to be doing something else. The something else is just to be consistent because YouTube's algorithm. But I guess I shouldn't really care about that. So I'm going to try to just focus on the bigger projects from here on. But yeah, that's... And also school, college, university, whatever you want to call it. It's been taking a lot of time. So yep. That's been that. We have our concert on Monday. No, that's not true. On Tuesday. We're recording this on Saturday for the record. But yeah, my first concert of the semester is on Tuesday. And I have a practice Sunday night and Monday night, which is fun. Actually, oh my God. So I remember we have one of the things that I didn't like when I first got to university, like choir, is the fact that back in high school, we would always pick like individual songs to do. Like the teacher would be like, here's this song, and now here's this song, and then this song. And we would do like those, and then the show choirs would do like more pop songs and stuff like that. But when I got to college, like we would always do like a set. It would always be like Handel's Messiah, or the Mozart C minor Mass, or the opera of Dido and Aeneas. Like it was always a thing. It was a work. And that's like fine. But if you don't like that one like style, I guess you're kind of screwed for the whole semester because that's all you're doing. Which sucks. And I think that the teacher kind of took, people complaining about that because this semester we're actually doing a lot more different types of music. And one of the songs that we're doing is a spiritual called, Down to the River to Pray. I assume you've never heard it, Sam.
Say it again.
Down to the river to pray.
That sounds familiar.
Well, but you know what a spiritual is, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was really random, but basically while we were in the class, it was probably like a Monday or something, and like people were kind of like not really into it. They were kind of like, whatever. And we were just kind of singing it, and this one dude, I'm like laughing and cringing just thinking about it. This one dude who's kind of like he was the president last year of the choir, and like he's basically like he's a senior, like he's a well-established person, and he was like, you know, you guys are just kind of singing this song like so straight, so flat. I mean, not flat like under pitch, but like just flat like in terms of emotion. And he was like, you got to put a little more emotion to it. And he's like, try to think when you're singing this song, try to think of like if you were to like take a bite out of a chicken wing and be like, that's some good chicken. I want to remind you that this was a spiritual song, and he was saying that we should have more emotion by thinking about eating chicken. And I'm just going to kind of leave it at that. So that's been choir. Oof. Actually, I remember it was so funny because that same day, okay, so I don't know if I've told this before, but my university is basically made up of, it used to be 2 universities from 2 like cities that are right next to each other, and then the 2 of them combined to be just one. And sometimes they offer classes just on one of the campuses, and they have a bus that takes the students for free between the 2 of them. Yeah. We used to have 2 choirs, one over there, one over here. The director for the one over there quit, or not, he didn't quit, but like he, what is it? He retired. And so now they put our director in charge of both of them. So he decided to mix us. So we have 3 rehearsals a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mondays he goes over there, Wednesdays he's over here, and Fridays we're mixed. So one Friday they'll come here, one Friday we'll go there. Okay. And usually he goes on his own, like in his car. But this one Friday, for some reason, he decided to go on the bus with us. And he was like on his computer, like watching a show while he was like, while playing Mario Kart, like on his phone. Oh, but yeah, which that came out too, by the way, the Mario Kart phone game. And it's funny because like everyone kind of knows that like he plays like some Nintendo games because he's got like Zelda stuff like on his office. But we don't have like a consistent pianist this semester, so sometimes different pianists will show up, and sometimes we'll just use like the MIDI files on the computer. So the teacher had his like laptop plugged into like the projector so that we could have the accompaniment with us. And at the bottom left of his laptop on the desktop, he had like Minecraft. And then this one dude, like in the most sarcastic voice that I've ever heard, like he just looks up and sees it and he goes, "Sir, you're a gamer?" That was the best thing.
Oh my god. Oh my, you're a gamer.
He said it in such a voice, too. Sir, you're a gamer?
Gamer? Oh my god.
But yeah. That's,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love everything about that.
That's that.
That.
What?
Oh, I thought you said what's that? I'm like,
No,
what
I
do you
said
mean?
that's that. That be that. Yeah.
Ooh.
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 Okay, let's not do this. We're only like actually we're a good 30 minutes in from what I've been recording. But hey, we can't derail this far.
Oh, absolutely the fuck we can.
We can? No, stop.
I'm gonna end your life.
I'm sorry, Sam.
I'm gonna end his life.
Honestly, I feel like dying right now. It's too hot. It's way too hot.
Damn.
It's been summer since April. And it's October.
Wow. Aren't you lucky?
What do you... Shut up.
No, I was actually... the weather was pretty nice today. I went apple picking. It was nice.
Oh, look at you. Nice enough to go apple picking. I've been burning over here because the AC doesn't work.
Oh, boo. Oh, that's
and it's 90 outside.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the most fun.
No, basically, I'll tell you what happened. It's actually kind of a long story, but
oh boy.
actually, it has to do. Remember the thing that I was telling you that we're mixed every Friday. So the one Friday we went over to the other city. I want to say it was like not yesterday, but the week before that, on the 11th. We went over there, and like usual, it was burning hot. Like I said, it had been burning hot since April, like straight. And
Jeez.
Supposedly like a cold front was supposed to hit like in the afternoon, and we're all like, yeah, whatever. And so we're in there, we're all practicing since it's on Friday and we make the trip all the way out there. It's like a 2-hour like rehearsal. So we're there for a while, and all of a sudden, like, the dude sitting next to me, he's like, "Oh damn, dude, like those trees are really shaking out there." And I turn outside and the fucking trees are getting slammed. Like the wind is going hard. It was like, oh God. And so finally the rehearsal, finally rehearsal ends and we go outside and it's blowing like there's no tomorrow. There's like dust storms everywhere. Like the leaves are like going all over everywhere, and literally everyone is just running around like if they were straight out the Sound of Music. They're like, thank God. And then so we all get on we're all just like enjoying it, but we're also kind of running because he let us out like 2 minutes before the bus left. Because usually he leaves us out, and then there's like an hour that we have like nothing to do before the bus gets there. But this time he was nice and he let us go early so we could catch the bus that usually goes during our rehearsal. And so we're all running to make it over there. We finally make it, and we all start getting calls from like family, and they're like, "Hey, back here it's like it's raining like pretty bad." And we're like, "Oh my God, God answered our prayers. It's not hot anymore." And people are saying like it's flooded, and like I think that's the happiest that's the happiest I've ever heard anybody react to the fact that it's flooded somewhere. People are like, "Oh my God, like that's awesome." And so it's like an hour. It's like, actually it was longer than an hour because he had to stop at another place, because if someone puts in a request and they have to stop at like a third location. But anyways, we went over there, we went back, and by then it had stopped raining, but there was still water everywhere. I actually remember I was walking to the parking lot with my friend and I almost slipped right into like a giant puddle. I literally caught myself like right before, because like the street had like a little bump on it. So that was like, just looked like a little lake. So I was going on the side of it, like this little part that's raised right before the grass, but like super small. And then right when I was about to get off, I almost slipped, and there was this girl like passing right next to us in a car, and she like stopped when she saw me like almost fall. Luckily I caught myself, and like I just got like a little bit of water on my jeans, and that was it. But I was able to make it back, and it was like really nice and whatever. And I'm driving home, I'm listening to like one of my favorite songs that I always listen to whenever it's cold outside. And then I finally make it home, and I go into like the what's it called? What's the part right outside the garage called? The driveway.
Yeah, yeah, the driveway, dude.
Yes, I forgot. And I'm clicking like the little thing to open the garage, and it's like not opening. And I'm like, well, I see that my sister's room light is on, so the lights aren't gone. So I guess it must have just stopped working or something. So I get down and I open it myself, and I notice that the door or that the light in the garage is also not working. I'm like, damn it. So I go and I park in the complete darkness. I go downstairs and all the lights downstairs are off, but for some reason the TV is on. And so I turn the TV off, turn the lights on, and they work just fine. And I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess it's just some weird must be going on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I go upstairs and my sister tells me that because it was raining so hard, that the internet stopped working. And I'm like, oh great, that's gonna be fun. So I can pretty much just use my phone. And then I go to my computer and I turn on one of my monitors and I turn on the other one and it just doesn't turn on.
Oh.
It just doesn't turn on like at all. And I'm clicking the button, I'm doing everything I can, and I check the wire, like I switch the cables between the two computers and they don't work, and then the cable from this one does work with the other one. So it's just the monitor itself, like it just doesn't work. And I'm like, huh, that's fun. And then it turns out that the internet wasn't just out, the modem had like just straight up like stopped working too. And it turns out that what had happened is, and this is what I've heard, I don't know how true this is, but apparently like I think lightning hit somewhere near the neighborhood or something like that, and it just cost like a bunch of stuff. I don't know if it happened in other houses near here, but definitely in my house, just a bunch of stuff to just kind of stop working. Like luckily all the super expensive stuff was okay, like all my game systems, like my computer and all that stuff. For a while my dad thought that our 4K TV that we had downstairs stopped working, but we found out that it was just the plug that wasn't working, the outlet. He was like, ooh, he was about ready to like kill somebody, but no, it was just the outlet, as we found out. But yeah, the modem had stopped working. So like the very next morning I go to Best Buy, I buy a new modem, we come plug it in, and it turns out that it wasn't just the modem, it was the modem and the router. It's just that the router did turn on for some reason, it just didn't work. So we're like, you know what, fine, we're gonna call Spectrum and get like the whole thing replaced. Fucking dude like schedules like a time to come into our house, and it's on my granddad's birthday, and so we have to and so we were gonna go see him, but then the dude doesn't show up for like 3 hours, and he calls and he says he's on his way. An hour later he's still not here, and then an hour later we get a call saying that he just straight up canceled, and that they don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, and so he doesn't end up showing up until the next day, and the next day he shows up with a new thing, and he's like, okay, so I have like the new modem / router thing, but it turns out that the wire that gets the internet from like the thing is also fucked up, so they need to get that replaced as well. And at this point, it's been like 3 days that we've had no internet, like just on our phones or whatever. Keep in mind that the AC also stopped working. This is where this whole story comes full circle. Only thing is we hadn't noticed because it was cold. The cold lasted maybe a day and a half. And then it was back to 90 degrees. And and it's been like that ever since. I have a little fan with me. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background. Hopefully I did a good enough job of like editing it out. But that's what that is. And we don't know when we're going to get it replaced, because I think that my parents don't really know what the problem is. Cause it's just, at first they thought that it was because, they had gotten like a new AC thing where you could control it with like your phone, which means that it used the internet, but the internet itself didn't work. So they thought that that was it, but it turns out that it's just the AC itself. But now it works downstairs, but not upstairs, which is where all the rooms are at. So my mom has been sleeping downstairs for the past couple days with my little sister. So that's been fun, but at least we got the cold for like a day and a half. Totally worth it.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a fucking story and a half. Oh, God. Yeah, no, Spectrum kind of blows dick when it comes to installing modems. Because I had a similar story where a few years ago our modem broke. Just straight up broke. And then a guy came in and installed a new one. And he installed a crappy one. And we didn't know that, because it would only like I guess when a device connects to the internet, it's assigned an address, and I guess that modem would only assign 10 addresses.
Okay.
So my dad thought it was the my power line adapter was breaking it, But what was that? And he would unplug it. He'd say, "See, it works. Your power line adapter doesn't work." But what was actually happening was every time he'd unplug it, one of those addresses would free up. So he's like, "You can't use the power line adapter." I'm like, "Or you could call Spectrum and ask them what's wrong." Because I was like, "There's no way that the power line adapter just suddenly started being a problem." So we called Spectrum. The technician comes in. He takes one look at the modem, and he says, "I don't know who installed that, but they should not have." And we're like, "What do you mean?" It's like, that modem router only assigns 10 addresses. This one will assign 200.
Okay.
Like, great. And then I looked at my dad with the biggest "I told you so" face ever. I was like, "What was that, mister? That must be the power line adapter." But then I got to name our Wi-Fi network, so...
Oh yeah, so we got a new Wi-Fi network too, which is a pain having to reconnect everything. I ended up buying another monitor, which cost me like $120.
How many are you at now? 3?
Well, I have 3, but one of them just doesn't work. So I just because I think that like it would have. Yeah, when I got it, it cost me like 200 some, like 230. But
Christ.
yeah,
Well, is it at least 2K? Like,
well, as we've talked about before, Sam, 1080p is 2K. So yes, it is 2K.
can you not be a smartass?
Yes.
Can you please not be a smartass?
Yes, it is 1080p.
That's such a waste of money. You could have gotten like an actual 2K.
But 1080p is 2K.
You could have gotten a consumer 2K monitor.
Well, this one only cost 110. Or what did? Yeah, that's what I said, right? What did I say?
You said 200.
No. So when I got the 2 of them back like last year, they cost 200 some.
Okay.
But now they only cost 110. But that was the thing though. I think it would have like cost way more to try and fix it than it was really worth it. So I was like, I'll just get a new one. It's fine. And so I did, and now here I am with the 2 of them. And the other one's just kind of chilling over there. But I guess if I do ever get it fixed, I could theoretically have 3. I don't even think that 3 of them fit on my desk, though, to be honest. They would have to be like uber curved, like the 2 on the side.
Get a new desk like I did.
The desk is built into my room. I don't know if you've seen my room tour.
No, I don't think I have.
It used to be 2 rooms, and they kind of tore the wall down between the 2 of them, and then they turned one of the closets into a desk. And then they cut a hole so that, yeah. So it kind of has a wall on one side. Actually, there's walls to the 2 sides and the back, but not to the front because that opens up to the rest of the room. And then there's where the door used to be. Point is I can't really get a new desk. I guess I could get another desk and put it in here, which I did do for a while actually. And this desk here was just kind of empty. But I guess I'll see. I don't know. What do you need 3 monitors for anyways?
You'd be surprised at how much I can get done with 3 monitors.
Yeah.
I can have OBS on one, my coding stuff on another, and I can have the code preview on one. Or I can have my game on one, OBS on another, and Discord on Chrome on another.
Look at you, what a freaking gamer. I bet you
I'm a big gamer, bro.
I bet you went to go watch the
has
Joker.
3 monitors.
Actually, he has one big one and then a normal one. I think.
Wait, really? In the videos, it looks like he has 3.
Oh, he might. I know he has got like an uber wide one that's like the length of 2. But I don't know if he has 2 additional ones on top of that. But anyways, I don't know if you heard my joke. I said, what a gamer, you probably went to go watch Joker.
Why is that a joke? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about the movie. All I know is that...
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so yesterday, I posted about this on Instagram, was my school's opera. They did Hansel and Gretel, but they did a weird version of it. For some reason, it looks like it was some kind of like Dia de los Muertos Coco like type of thing. Because there are a lot of people... Yeah, I don't know. I think they were like dead kids or something that the witch had killed.
What the hell?
My best friend played the witch, dude. It was so good. But anyways, they like these 5 dudes all had like the makeup of like the skulls and like the black like dress shirts and the black dress pants and stuff. And I was saying, yo, we should all go watch Joker after this, like you guys with that makeup. And then I had taken a picture of them. They were like on top of this set of stairs, and they were all kind of like with their hands in their pockets, like looking like super like menacing or whatever. And I literally like I got on my knees and I took it from like a super low angle just to make it look even cooler. And then when I showed it to them, the dude was like, "You should put at the bottom like we live in a society." And I was like,
"Oh
yes.
my god, we do not live in a society. Stop it."
But it's on Instagram now if you guys want to go see it. It's there.
Did you see my the videos I made? Happy Spooktober. And then Happy Spooktober Gamer Edition.
Where?
On my Twitter.
No, I don't think I saw them.
Oh, they're so funny, bro.
Let's see. Spook Q.
Wait, did I not? Is it not spooky? Is it just spook?
No, it is spooky.
No, it's spooky.
My bad,
okay.
my bad.
You freaked
Okay,
out.
when did you post these?
Hold on. 6 days ago?
6 days ago. How long ago was that? On the 13th.
God damn it! I'll just put it in our fucking Discord chat.
Yeah, you do that. No one's gonna know what we're talking about, anyways.
Yep. That's why you should follow me on Twitter at Samuel Quinones1. It's in the description, and it's
You
not.
mean Quinn ones?
It's not. That's how it's spelled. Yes.
Okay, I'm watching it.
There's two. That's the gamer edition, then there's the regular edition. Doot.
Oh, god damn it! I hate you. You said that literally right as it happened, like the second.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes. You love to see it.
But yeah, that was the opera yesterday. I got there like real early because they only had 2 shows for some reason, and they were at 9:30 in the morning and 12 p.m. noon on the same day. Don't ask me why. But it was fun to see all my friends wearing weird costumes. That's really the only reason I went.
That's good.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to do that next semester because you need 3 opera credits. So fun. But yeah, I'll do it. I actually went with a friend of mine. Oh my god, dude. We were out, I think like in between 2 of our classes. Right before choir started, we all decided to go out as a group to McDonald's. And I don't know if you saw, you probably don't see my story. I mean, you could go to my October 2019 highlights and still see it.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
No.
There was basically...
Because I'm not a teenage girl.
All right, whatever. I get it, Sam. Jeez. Christ. Anyways, I don't know who it was, but somebody, because it was Columbus Day, which was this last Monday. And so all the public schools didn't have school, but the university still had school. So it was me, that guy that I went with, the guy that played the witch at the opera, and then this girl, and the girl brought her sister that was in middle school because she didn't have school, and so I guess she just had to take care of her. And so it was the 5 of us in the car, and someone started playing this one song from the Aladdin remake, which to my credit, I did not recognize was from the Aladdin remake because it just sounded like generic pop trash, which goes to show, about these Disney remakes. But anyways, it was me and the dude that I went to the opera with were sitting on like opposite sides on the back, and the sister was sitting in between the 2 of us, and she was like singing along to it, and she was like, you guys should do like a rap. And then out of nowhere, my friend just starts like rapping along to it, and then I started like beatboxing to it in like typical Dean fashion, as you can expect, and it was actually pretty fire. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it was pretty good. I don't believe you. You know what? Go watch it right now.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Here, I'll send it to you, actually. Can you send individual? You can send individual stories here. Actually, it's...
Time to stand. My watch reminded me that it's time to stand. That reminds me of a story.
Actually, you can't. Wait, you can. You can't. You can't.
Too late.
You can.
Standing.
You can't. But I'll just send you my stories highlight for that one, and then just skip to the end.
All right. Do this.
It's like the last 3. The third one is actually not part of it, but it's the 2 last ones before the third one.
What is this? Wait, which one is it?
So the third to last and the second to last.
Oh my! You are so basic, bro. Nothing about. Oh, okay. She just said something about being a banger. It's over. It's actually over.
Wait, who said that?
I thought I heard the word something. I thought I heard something banger.
Oh, I don't remember that. If it was there, then I don't know. God damn it. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. No, but so I didn't get to tell. This story is a little bit. It's probably gonna be the last thing we have time for.
I didn't even finish what I was saying, but okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so anyways, they actually ended up canceling like a bunch of classes because of opera, which was awesome because we were gonna have our midterm. And the teacher emailed us like the day of, and he was like, "Hey guys, sorry for the late thing, but let's just have it next week." And everyone was like, thank God. But anyway, so the story that I was saying, so we ended up going to McDonald's, and then we were like kind of racing on our way back because we were kind of like super short. Choir was about to start, and we were all just kind of running, and we got through the parking lot, and then there's a street between the parking lot and the school, and the like class is about to start in like 2 minutes, and actually the freaking dude, he forgot his oh my God, there's another story I gotta tell after this if we have time for it.
Jeez.
Okay. He forgot his wallet, so he was like, hey, can we go to my car real quick and pick up my wallet? And we're like, sure. And so we drive all the way to his car. He gets down, and then he comes back with nothing in his hands, and we're like, what happened? Homeboy gets in the car, opens his backpack, and he's like, yeah, it's right here. And we're like, are you fucking kidding us? And so then we go all the way over there to McDonald's, and then he's the first one to order. And afterwards, he like checks his, like, he orders, and she tells him the total, and he like checks how much he has on his phone. And he's like, actually, you know what? Cancel my order. I'm not going to get anything. And so we went all the way for nothing. And I'll tell you why he didn't have any money later if we still have time for the story. But
Gotcha.
on the way back, actually, and the one girl had enough money. She said that she had enough, because she brought a freaking like a thing full of like quarters, like $20 in quarters, and or something stupid like that. And she was like, I think I have enough money to buy all of us like an ice cream or something. And she had money for everyone except for me. So she literally got everyone one. Now, granted, I could have just bought myself one, but at that point I was like, you know what? I don't even care.
Damn.
Anyway, so we're racing to make it back. Homeboy, also on top of forgetting his wallet and forgetting that he didn't forget his wallet, also forgot his binder with his music. And so we're like running because he still got to go to the second floor with the dude, the other dude, so that he can lend him his music. And there's like a car coming, and he's like, fuck it. And he just decides to like go right through anyways. But instead of going through the crossroads, instead of going around the car, he decides that he's going to bolt it straight for the car. Like he goes diagonal straight to the car. And literally, I kid you not, he was like a foot away from it before he like hard turned left. And the lady that was driving was like so scared. You could see it in her face. She like almost had a heart attack, and she just kept going. And the entire time we were like, what is wrong with you? And we almost killed him afterwards. But the point is, we all made it to class in time. He had his music. Good. And yeah.
So, yeah, fuck. So, I mentioned earlier, like 5 minutes ago, that my watch told me it was time to stand up. I got an Apple Watch.
You did it. I knew it was happening. I knew it was coming.
Because we're not allowed to have our phones on the floor at work.
Oh yeah, you didn't talk about that. Yeah, or you did talk about it, but yeah.
So so that's not the only reason I got the Apple Watch. I've been wanting a smartwatch. I've been wanting a way that I can text without my phone, and now my justification was, if there's an emergency, I'm going to want to know about it. And I've managed to, there are 3 important calls and emails I would not have seen without I wouldn't have seen without the watch. So it's great.
I mean,
but. Well, no, one of them was pretty time sensitive.
Okay. All right.
Considering it was credit card related.
Okay.
But so I bought the watch, and then I was waiting, and then I got a notification on my phone saying your order was canceled. We're sending it back because it's still in transit.
Wait, what was this an order for?
The Apple Watch.
Oh yeah.
I ordered it online. So then they sent it. It was gonna get here like the next day, and then I got a notification the next morning saying, hey, we got your cancellation request. We're sending the watch back. Expect a refund in a couple days. I'm like, I didn't cancel this. So I called them, and I was like, hi, I didn't cancel this. Why the hell was it canceled? And then I was on hold for, 20 minutes. The guy, I guess, talked to FedEx, and they said, yeah, there needs to be a shipping investigation. It's going to be a couple days. I'm like, that's awesome. And I really wanted to say, my ass could have gone to the store. Because I wouldn't have been, the only reason I ordered it online was because I was going to get it a couple days sooner than I would have if I could have gone to the store.
and the dude's just like, sir, you and I both know very well that you would not have gone to the store anyways. And you're like, yeah, you're right.
No, everyone I talked to was super nice. The only problem was they kept me on hold forever.
Yeah.
So, later that night I call, I'm like, hi, I was told there was going to be a shipping investigation, and then the technician hung up. I need more information.
Mm-hmm.
So I was given more information. And I was like, okay, this sucks, but whatever. The next week, my watch comes. I'm like, hell yeah. And
I still got the refund.
Well, yeah, actually.
Oof.
They refunded me. It went through. And I was like, oh, they'll probably charge me in a couple days. And then I keep looking. I'm like, they haven't charged me yet.
Sam, are you saying this on a podcast?
Well, no, I did. I called them and I reported it.
Wow, look at you.
I said, I did the right thing. So I called and I was like, hi. And I explained the situation like, okay, we're going to get you in touch with the supervisor. On hold for half an hour. Hi, sorry, we're still looking for a supervisor. On hold. Another 45 minutes. Hi, we're still looking for a supervisor. 2 hours. The whole music cuts out at some point.
2 hours for you to spend your money.
Right. I was trying to do the right thing. And I was on hold for 2 hours.
Dude, at that point, they should have just let you keep it.
Well?
Oh?
So what they said was, a supervisor will be in touch with you tomorrow. I'm like, I was just on hold for 2 hours. Fine. And then I hung up. 10 minutes later, I get a call from a supervisor. He says, I'm sorry you were on hold so long. We're going to get this figured out. And then I'm like, and I said, let me stop you there. I appreciate that someone got back to me, but I was just on hold for 2 hours for trying to do the right thing. I feel like I'm entitled to some form of compensation. Is there any way that I can get a small amount of money off the watch? And they said, well, we can't do discounts on watches and phones, but what we can do is give you $100 off anything in the Apple store. Like, I guess that's something. Okay, fine. And then he said,
but wait. Would you have made more money just not reporting it though?
Well, no, I'm not done with the story.
Okay.
So finally, I'm like, okay, great. And he said, just call me when you figure out what it is you want. So I call. I'm on hold for another half hour, and then the call just drops. Great. Thankfully, I have an email. I emailed the guy saying, hi, I called when I was told to call. Nobody answered. I'm a little bit annoyed. And then, as soon as I sent that, I'm like, I shouldn't have included that last bit. So finally, he calls me. I apologize for my rude email. He's like, no, that's fine. I understand your frustration. And then what they actually did, so I said, I think I want to go with the AirPods. And he said, okay, because of how much of a hassle this has been, we're just going to give you the AirPods for free.
How much are AirPods again?
$160. Okay. So, okay, that's great. I'm like, that's great, thank you. And they said, someone from the billing team will be in touch with you before they charge your card. I'm like, excellent, that's perfect.
Just and then they fuck up and charge you twice.
And I said, have them call me before 10 a.m. Eastern or after 7 p.m. Eastern because I work and I cannot be on my phone. And they said, that's fine. Following Monday, I get 2 calls during work. Now, I called them back immediately after. No, tech support companies use throwaway numbers so that you can't call back agents. That's a security thing. So I said, the number you're looking for is not in service. So it was either the billing team calling when I explicitly told them not to, or it was a scam. Okay. Now, I'm going to guess because I got 2 calls, it was likely the billing team. So, to this day, they have not charged me for the watch.
Damn. But did you get your AirPods?
So I got AirPods for free.
God damn.
Got my Apple Watch for free.
Christ.
I finessed the shit out of this.
Oh my God. Wait, that's the title of the podcast, dude. I got how to get free AirPods and an Apple Watch. We'll still have the president of China on the thumbnail.
I'm not expecting to keep the refund. I'm fully expecting that they'll charge me. But
as of the recording of this,
if they don't charge me in a couple more weeks, I'm gonna give up. I'm not gonna sit on hold again. Although maybe I can get another free pair of AirPods.
Oh my God, dude, imagine. And then you sell them and eventually you work your way to build, like, what's the most expensive? Like a Mac or something?
Until eventually I get the value of the Apple Watch back.
Which, I mean, you already did. Because they didn't charge you for it.
Yeah. Let me check. Let me check right now. Let me check my credit card.
Homeboy literally just got free AirPods and an Apple Watch.
For
like,
no reason.
100%.
100% free, dog. All right, so let me go ahead and check my credit card bill. Let's see if it. I'm gonna be a little bit upset if after all of that it finally charged.
Oh man, it charged like while we were recording. Imagine you get a call right now.
Nope, still hasn't charged.
All right, well there you go. Good on you.
The most recent thing from Apple is the refund.
Oh.
Maybe they're gonna let me keep it. I don't know.
Maybe. Actually, I remember. I was at my high school for another story that I might tell after this if I still have time. But they were stories. Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 that I want to talk about real quick. Sure. This one kind of relates to the second one, but I'll get back to it. Basically, like they're doing like a fundraiser for the choir, and like they always got like one of those. Dude, I swear, the same guy has been doing all the fundraiser presentations for both choir and band since I was in 6th grade. I remember the first time I saw him was in 6th grade band. And then I saw him again a year later in 7th grade band and like a month later in 7th grade choir. And then I saw him again twice, like 8th grade, and then again twice my freshman year. And then I quit band and I was just in choir, but he was there my sophomore year, junior year, senior year. And now he's still there. He's still doing his thing. He's still got the same jokes, dude. I swear. It's been 10 years. Homeboy still has the same jokes about his ex-wife and all these different things.
Jesus.
But, yeah, one of the rewards that you can get for selling a certain amount of stuff, and it's an ungodly amount. It's like selling, if you sell like 100 fucking, cookie dough, like whatever bullshit, which no one's gonna do, you can get like AirPods. Like that's the one thing that everyone was like, oh look, but like none of you are gonna get that. But try. Watch them prove me wrong. They all get it. They all show up the next day.
Bro, they're not gonna be able to speak broke anymore.
Yeah. Well, they'll have their AirPods that they got for free, like you, Sam. Except, well, I guess there's costs like work. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so going back to the thing that I was talking about before about the dude not getting anything at McDonald's, what had ended up happening was I've known this guy since I was in high school. He was 2 years younger than me, he just graduated this last year. He was class of 2019, so he just started going to college like this semester. And he's a voice major too with me, and so we started hanging out and stuff. And this entire time, he's what should I call him? Give me a name, Sam.
Ray-Ban.
Ray-Band?
No, Ray-Ban.
Ray-Ban. Ray-Ban. Okay. So Ray-Ban is the type of guy that like is always talking to. Like no matter where you see him, if you turn to look and he's there, he's talking to a girl. And I think we all know someone like that. But the thing is, the entire 4 years that he was in high school, he was in a relationship with this one girl. Like all 4 years. And they were both each other's like first boyfriend / girlfriend. Yeah. And they started dating freshman year. And then she moved away to San Antonio and he stayed here. And they tried the whole like long distance thing for like a month. And then they ended up breaking up.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. They tried it for like a month and then ended up breaking up. And I think that he got over it a lot faster than she did. But basically, like, when we were over in the other school, in the other city, I noticed him talking to this one girl. What should we name her, Sam? Ray-Ban was talking to...
Patrice.
Wait, that's a guy's name. Patricia.
No. Patricia. Sure, whatever. Patricia, fine.
So Ray-Ban was talking to Patricia. And then the other day, I'm like going out to eat with him. I think we went to Chick-fil-A, and he was like, "Dude, there's this one girl in the choir that I've like really been talking to." And I'm like, "Is it Patricia?" And he's like, "How'd you know?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I saw you talking to her." But I see. The thing is, she has a boyfriend, and that boyfriend just joined the army. He's actually in San Antonio waiting to get called up. To go.
And it doesn't automatically make him some tough guy.
I'm not saying that he's some tough guy. I'm just telling you the facts. No, Jesus.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. I'm saying it to give context for why he's away. He's not here.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, his ex-girlfriend and her boyfriend are both in San Antonio right now, which is really funny. That's so funny. But anyways, this is the type of guy that like he will like hardcore. He I think that it was him that said one time when we were on the bus on our way to the other school, he was like, if I date someone, I date them like to marry them. Like I don't like to mess around. I'm like, okay, sure.
Right, yeah. No, I get that. I respect that.
But he was like going hard like I'm like the only person that he told about this. And so every single time that he would see me, he would be like, bro, like I try to sit next to her like during this one class, or like because she used to work at a Chick-fil-A, and he would go to the one that was like on the other side of town, even though there was one like right next to his house, just to see her. And then when she quit Chick-fil-A, he tried to get her to apply to Target because he was applying to Target too. And every single time he would always he like, look, I mean, it doesn't matter because I didn't say his name, but I swear one time we were like leaving after we were just talking. He was like going to his car and I was going to mine, and he was like, "Hey Dean, when me and Patricia get married, I want you to be my best man." And I was like, "Bro, sure."
Oh God, sure. Why not? Because it's not gonna happen.
Whatever happens, man. Whatever. And so that's going on, right? And It's been like 2 weeks at this point that he's been talking like about all these different things, and so we go like as a group to McDonald's, and he doesn't buy anything, and so we're all sitting down. We're like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, I only have like $7 in my card, and I'm saving it." And I'm like, "What are you saving it for?" And he's like, "Oh, because I have a date tonight." And I'm like, "Oh, Like, did something
Not a real
happen?
date. Oh,
No. Hold up. I was like, did something happen? Was there a development in the story with Patricia? And homeboy, he's like, nah, it's with someone else. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You kidding me? And he's like, yeah, no, there's this girl that I met in my English class, and he told me like this whole thing about how they're apparently literally the same human. Like both of them.
That's never a good idea.
Both of them were born in the same exact city in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere, South Florida. Like some small ass town you've never heard of. They were both born there, and they both moved here. Both of them are music majors. Both of them, like, I think their dad has the same job, and they both have like an autistic cousin for some reason, and they have the same last name. They like, he went on this whole speech about how they're like the same human, literally. Like they've.
Are we sure that she's not him from another Earth?
It's possible.
Earth 3.
Oh yeah, they also both have like a Hispanic dad and a white mom. And they both have like
the Earth 3 theory's looking real possible.
They both have one older sister. It was like literally he went on for like a good like couple minutes talking to me about how they're literally the same human, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. Yeah, but apparently that's why he didn't. And what just surprised me is like he was literally, this other girl, Patricia, was his life, was Ramon's life for like 2 weeks. He's all that he would talk about, and then just like that, he was like, whatever.
Damn. You know what? You gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess.
And on that note, love is wonderful. Find your special someone. You've been listening to the Cast and Chill podcast, the only podcast where I don't remember verbatim what I said. So the only podcast
where I forgot to record something.
Dean does an oopsie, and
yes.
And actually, the reason that we didn't have a podcast last week was because he spent last week at the ranch.
Oh my god, that was gonna be a thing. Remember? The last podcast we kept saying that it was gonna be streamed live from the ranch, and oh well, I guess we missed out on it now.
Well, that's they wouldn't let him on his phone. That's why we couldn't record a podcast last week.
Yeah, I tried to low key sneak in like an actual recorder, but it didn't work out.
Dr. Phil showed up, was like, "You're disgusting,"
and then he
yourself, give me $20,
and I had to give him 30 and my Apple Watch.
All right, but thank you all so much for watching. Check out our website, castandchill.com.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this was the first podcast that we've done where we have all the no, the last one had all the stuff, right?
I think most of it.
I don't remember at this point, but if we haven't talked about it, we're everywhere now. So listen to us.
We're on iTunes.
Yay. We'll see you guys maybe in another 3 weeks. Hopefully in less than that.
Maybe a month.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Bye.
Christmas special. Bye.
Christmas special.